bitches. Wait a minute, hold on, Miss Hologram. Hold on. Yeah, it's about that time, but it's about that time for the remix with your boy Derrick. Let's talk about it.
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good morning to some of you, good evening. I don't know where you are, but hell the fucking low. Welcome to Hey Bitches Live, the remix. I'm your boy Derrick. It's Saturday, February the something. February the 5th to 6th or something, child. Don't stop me lying. Let me get my dates right. Ha! Friday, February the 6th, 2021. Y'all don't pay no attention to that little blue shit over there, honey. Y'all know I got two different um pages that I work from. Work from Elena's page, and then I work from this page. So let's go back. Okay, now we can do a little red. We can do that. I mean, it don't matter because I have um twin energy, so it don't matter. I can be that one or that one. So what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Um, for the Baltimore region, I see they're calling for some more snow. Child, me and snow don't get along, and I most definitely don't get along with ice. They're calling for some more snow. I don't know what's going on, but that's how. I guess we all got to realize that it is that time that they call winter. So snow and ice is the thing that we have to contemplate and look forward to because it could happen and it may not happen. But we're supposed to be getting some more snow come tomorrow, which is a humdinger. I'm not a snow bunny at all, honey. I don't like snow. I don't like ice. I don't particularly care for the cold. What's up, Eric? What's up, Israel? I don't really particularly care for the cold at all. I mean, but we are supposedly due another little snowstorm, snow whatever, storm whatever in this area. Honey, you don't. I don't pay neutral. So what the hell is going on? And congratulations, Israel, on your new endeavor. I do y'all know when Helene's I got everything situated and everything all in a row and all that kind of good stuff. Thank you so much, Eric. Excuse me. No, I'm trying to be professional in the things that I do because hopefully it's rubbing off on somebody else. Anyway, um, let me get this real quick. And while we're doing that, I'm gonna leave you guys with a little bit of music, so you won't be sitting here looking crazy like me. All right, welcome back to Hey Bitches Live, the remix with your boy Derrick. You know, this is the learning process. I learned from my wonderful brother Eric that whenever I have to do something that's going to take me away from the camera to put something up, because I know y'all don't want to see me walking all around my whole damn bedroom or whatever the case may be. Oh, yes, I'm very excited about that. I hope to be stepping in here and there on some of your shows and listen to what you're going to partake to your wonderful world of podcasting. So another feather in my brother's cap for the wonderful Nighthawk Network. Woo 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 woo. Yes, 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 yes. Y'all know I'm learning things and I'm grateful. But this little thing right here, I always have to make sure I put this up because in the past I would always tell you guys this, but now I have it officially down to the point where you guys can actually see what I normally say on every show, but you guys get to see it now thanks to my little brother Eric. Love you.
The views and opinions of your boy Derrick are those of the host and does not necessarily reflect that of the Nighthawk Network or the views and opinions of its associate members. Viewer and listening discretion is advised.
Yes, listen to what I'm. Viewer discretion is advised because I'm liable to say a little bit of anything up out of this goddamn mouth. So no children allowed. Y'all know I always say no children allowed. Any musical sounds you hear in the background, bitch, I don't own rights to none of it. Because if I did, I wouldn't be here talking to you. I'd probably be on an island somewhere laying back with a man on this side. Okay. But anywho, hello Daniel, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So yeah, do my little announcements. You know what I say? Later on during the broadcast, you'll actually get to see all the different other wonderful entities of the Nighthawk Network. Big ups to my Nighthawk Network family. Get off my lawn. Audible Sports Report. Dish and Tea. Let's talk with Aunt Nikki. Behind the Blue Curtain with Stan. Yeah, all of my Nighthawk Network brothers and sisters. Big up to y'all. Grateful for you guys. Love you guys. This is what we're gonna do. They are calling for a snowstorm tomorrow. For the second time, again, tomorrow. Helena and two of her daughters are supposed to be doing the last Hey Bitches Live with Helena, which will be tomorrow with two of her daughters, and also going to be a little music in between. But all of that depends on what Mother Nature decides to do with the snow. Because one of my daughters, is a hop, skip, and a jump, but the other one, they're all in West Bumfucking Egypt somewhere. So the weather would be a contributing factor, but we are planning on doing that tomorrow at 6:00 p.m. You guys know Helena's gonna be on hiatus until February the 15th, but her show will still be going on. I think Monday coming, Derrick, I think I'm gonna take over the hosting position for her show on Monday. She already has her first guest for her show, which is when she come back, which will be February the 15th. You guys need to watch the show. It's gonna be off the chain. Gonna have new graphics coming through, new commercials coming through via my brother Eric. I got some new ideas that I've came up with that we're gonna slowly but surely make a part of the show. You guys also know that Elena's first show back, which is the 15th. That's when she'll be doing at the end in the middle of each show. She decided not to do the end because sometimes the shows can go for anywhere from 2 hours to 4 hours. So she decided to do her special treat in the middle of the show, and that way it gives everybody an opportunity to be a part of it. So if you guys have any songs that you would like to see Helena sing, any songs you would like her to sing, inbox them to her. Get Off My Lawn live show preview 4:30 p.m. tomorrow. He's gonna give you the 411 on what's going on. Oh, yeah. So guys, send Helena your suggestions of songs you would like for her to do. She will be still doing her monthly concert, even though I didn't do one this month. But anyway, she still will be doing okay. Will be doing her concerts. She'll probably throw one in before the end of this month. Because usually it's always the first Sunday of the month. Well, we know we missed that. Okay, we're hoping that that's going to transpire tomorrow. Get off my lawn right there. The live preview show tomorrow 4:30. Usually his preview shows last for a good 20 minutes sometimes. If 20 minutes to half an hour. If a bunch of people don't look at his preview show and start asking a million and one questions. So that's just his little way of letting you guys know what's going on and all of that good stuff. So that's something good, so you'll know what's going to happen on Tuesday's show. So yeah, today I picked for my my moment in Black history is Charles the Rock Dunn. Just because I think he had a very interesting life. He's been to prison. He went to Yale School of Drama, so he has a an awesome life. If you ever want to know about him, just go on Wikipedia and look him up. His life was extremely interesting, and until I read it today, I didn't even. I'm kind of slow. I didn't even know the man was married to Debbie Morgan, and I remember her from I think that was her from All My Children, but I didn't know that them two were married until I think 1989 or 1990 something. Chad, don't start me lying. I know it was one of them. I know it was. I was. I know it was 19 something. Shit, it was even. Yeah, but they. I didn't know that him and her were actually him and her had been married, and I like I said, I remember her from All My Children, and I remember him from his show The Rock. But I never knew. Never crossed my mind to put them two together as husband and wife. But that was my Black History pick for today. The Rock, Mr. Charles Dunn, not The Rock the wrestler. Um, that was my Black History pick for today. Well, like I say, we're gonna be doing one of them every day for the remainder of the month of February, which is Black History Month. And I say to you again, Happy Black History Month, everybody. But as I say, to me, Black History is 365 days a year for me. Every day I'm blessed to be on the face of this earth. I see Black history and black excellence every day of my life, and I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful to be a part of the African American race, the community. I just love you guys. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what's up? So we're gonna yeah, I got all that out the way. I think I said everything I was supposed to say. Well, if I didn't, forgive me. So yeah, we're gonna have some conversation today. We're gonna listen to a little bit of music because Derrick is the bitch that always do the music thing. So we're gonna chill here for a few minutes and we're gonna play Name That Tune. I can't when I play these songs, y'all know I can't I'm gonna try to play parts of the song where hopefully these songs will have enough instrumentals in them that I won't have to they won't have to do any singing. But we're gonna see who can name some of these tunes. But today we will be talking about the Olympics. I just wanted to get into that a little bit more with you guys. Talk about it as far as the cost and the process for countries to even thank you, baby. To, the cost that first of all it takes for them to put in the bid. We're gonna get into all that. I'm not gonna. When I get into it, I want to get into it, and where we can get into it so deep to the point where we won't take a commercial until after we finish. But it's mind-boggling. It's extremely costly, and it's a hell of a process because, as I found out in my research, that they countries apply for the Olympics every 2 years. That's how I guess that's how they can pick them out by 4 years because I just found out in my research that the Olympics is supposed to be yet again if I'm not mistaken back in Los Angeles in 2028. So I do remember. I remember years ago that Washington D.C. had put in the bid to host the Olympics, but of course they was going to use the surrounding areas because D.C. ain't but so big, but D.C. is close to Baltimore, Annapolis, Montgomery County, Howard County. So when you do the Olympics, I'm keep on talking about these goddamn Olympics. Let me stop. Slow down. Okay. Need you guys to do me a favor. One of the members of the wonderful Nighthawk Network, we're asking you to just send up prayers for him and his family, Big Reds and his family. Just send up some prayer for them. I always say when it comes down to prayer, as long as you know the name, God knows what's going on. So just send up a prayer for Big Reds and his family. It would be so greatly appreciated. Big Reds, we here at the Nighthawk Network, of course, me, on Hey Bitches Live, the remix with your boy Derrick. I love you. I'm praying for you and your family. I'm here for you, man. If you need me, call me, text me, catch a plane, get here. Just if you need me, I'm here. I love you, man. Whew. Okay, so you guys don't forget to do that for me, and I would be greatly appreciative. We're gonna take a commercial break. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And we're gonna come back, and we're gonna talk about the Olympics. How costly are the Olympics, really? We're gonna have to think about that because the Olympics are a whole lot more costlier than what you think. Trust me. Been there, did that, and I know that. So
Come on now. Okay, black on. Get into it. Black on. Look at that. David Ford. Right there. That's his name. Black on. He don't know Tom. Look at that. David Ford. That's his name. He don't know Tom. Yeah. Yes. Oh, here we go. Oh, I can't see the demons. I can't see the demons, but I can see the light.
We are creating black luxury across this country.
it is. Welcome back to Hey Bitches Live, the remix with your boy Derrick. What's going on? What's going on? Happy to be with y'all on this Saturday, February. Why am I? The 6th, 2021. Again, thank all you guys for sending up prayers for Nighthawk brother Big Reds. Thank you guys very much. Thank you. I applaud you. I greatly appreciate you. Okay, y'all. We ready to go and talk about these Olympics. Because we know that the Olympics are supposed to be, well, they were supposed to originally be held in 2020. COVID stepped in, so all that changed. So then they said that they were slated to move it to 2021. COVID is still here. We don't, yeah, we don't know what's gonna happen. But I'm enlighten you guys on a couple of things as far as the Olympics are concerned. This is some knowledge coming your way. These are requirements just to be a host city. I'm going to give you some of them, not all of them, just some of them. The city must prove that it is big enough to handle the Olympics. With the games come a huge number of tourists. Boom, boom. You got to do that. The city needs to convince residents that the expense of covering the Olympics, which may be covered by raising taxes, are worth it in the city's improvement and new jobs. Yeah, so they got to do a lot of building. So they got to maybe destroy things, knock things down to build things up. So they got to convince the citizens that the infrastructure is going to change drastically. Trust me. The city needs to maintain a highly positive media exposure to carry the games. So I mean, it's I mean when you look at this, this is deep. Now, first of all, even before you get to, but once you get past that, you think you've met the criteria to host an Olympics. Cool, but it will cost each country that bids for the Olympic at least. Listen to what I'm telling you. $50 million because you have to come up with a whole bidding package. You have to show them the infrastructure. I mean, it is deep. You have to show them the infrastructure. You got to show them what you're going to build. You got to show them what contractors you have. I mean, this shit is deep and it costs money because, to put a contractor's name on something that's not guaranteed, that's a lot of money because to put their name on that, then you also have to keep in mind that there's a possibility that if they get it, they're going to get banked. But they have to continue with their own business, their regular business as well, because this is on a once in a lifetime thing. I mean, maybe in the United States, who knows? Maybe the contractor who maybe one contractor in the United States do all the Olympics as far as building up infrastructures and hotels and motels and all that. I don't know. I ain't get that deep into it, but they say just the bidding process is $50 million. Just the bidding process. Okay. Now check this out. The Olympics are a terrible investment and a huge risk for the host city. Hopes the increased tourism will be worth it. However, the cost frequently goes over estimates. Russia estimated Sochi Games cost $12 billion. We ain't talking million. We say $12 billion. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah. Listen, however, these countries invest massive sums to create the necessary infrastructures. Costs spiral to over 45 million for the I'm sorry, excuse me, 45 billion for the Beijing Summer Games in 2008. However, 50 billion for the Winter Games in Sochi in 2024 and 20 billion for Rio in 2016. So these countries, and this is what was spent for the games. And keep in mind, each country is going to spend at least anywhere from 50 to $100 million just to submit a competitive bid. Okay, so you think, oh, Beijing Summer Games was over 50, it cost him $50 billion to host that games, along with, well, maybe they added the 50 million for their bid into the fifth, but that's a lot of money. So to think that um like right now that Tokyo's gonna recap that kind of money, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think they spend close to $45 billion for these Olympics. So to even so it's like you got to think if they would hold the Olympics in Baltimore, they could knock down some of the that is that would be cute, but unfortunately, I don't think Baltimore is large enough to host the Olympics. I don't think they. I mean, they could co-host the Olympics with DC, but I don't think. I mean, that would be a good thing. I mean, yeah, but it'd be a damn shame that it would take us to get the Olympics here in and around the Baltimore and surrounding areas for us to knock down these 2 trillion goddamn abandoned houses that we have in this thing. And that's something we child. So I got a question for y'all. It's off topic, but Israel brought it up. Thank you very much. Who do you think? I mean, I know who it should be, but why? I can't speak for nobody else city. I'll speak for Baltimore. Why does it seem like in this city don't give a shit about how many abandoned houses that they have and all the problems that go along with abandoned houses? Because it's only one or two things. The owner of the house is responsible for it, whether that be Mr. and Mrs. John Doe or Bank of America. And if they're not responsible, then the city is responsible for it. So I guess my question: what the fuck is the problem? Now, Baltimore, girl, watch this. You know, I love my little apparatus. I learned this from my Nighthawk network. I always have my little apparatuses so I can research things for you. But I'm ready. I'm ready to do something for you. I'm ready to send something your way, honey. That's gonna blow your mind. I know what all these vacant houses it is starting to look. Well, and depending on what part of town you live in, I think on my block, the building that I live in, and then it's a space because they took it upon themselves to knock down a couple of buildings. Praise Jesus. Then it's like another road that's like maybe, I'm gonna just say hypothetically, 14 units, 14 houses. And out of those 14 houses, I think only four of them are occupied. The city with the highest vacant house rate.
Here's a summary from Builder Magazine. Gary, Indiana has the highest vacancy rate in the country, with 19.4% of its 29,500 single-family homes listed as vacant
Ooh,
in tax
child.
assessor data. Hilton Head Island comes in second, with 16.9% of its
That's
3,000
sad.
single-family
Gary, Indiana
homes
has the
listed
highest
as vacant.
vacancy rate at 19.4% of 25,000 single family homes. That's sad. I'm ready to read these cities off to you now. We're gonna this and if Baltimore don't make the top 10, I'm not lying to you. It would surprise the hell out of me. It really would. I'm sorry. It would really. I'm sorry. Let me see. Let's see what they saying, y'all. Okay. I don't like the way they did that one. But it's a shame, and I think something really, really. And when was this one done? See, some of this stuff is old, but at least if it'll give us a base of what we. That's what I'm saying. But I mean, Eric, and then my thing is, I mean, it's like it's like the cities, it's like the cities don't give a shit about all these vacant houses, and they're not taking time to realize all of the situations and or problems that come from having these goddamn vacant houses. And some of them after 10, 15, 20 years, they will actually take the board down, and you'll see them actually cement everything, so practically can't nobody get in there, and hopefully ain't nobody already fuck in there. um Um, and it's like, and you're right, Israel, I probably could say that for almost any city, that with all these vacant houses, and most of them I would, and I would be okay with saying this. Most of them are probably owned by the cities, by the city. I think most of them are probably owned by the cities, and the second highest was probably owned by the banks. But somebody, over a third of Detroit is vacant. Oh my, that's sad. So Eric, what is can you give me the top 10 for the vacancies? See, this is stuff that when we um need something to talk to our aldermen or our congressmen or our city councilmen about. This is the shit that we need to talk to them about. Say, hey, Nick, and say, yo, what the fuck is going on with all these vacant houses? You bought them up, but bought them up does not solve the problem. They're still vacant. They're still allowing people who are homeless, catch my drift, to go in these places, and then they get cold. So then from there they want to light a fire, and then there you have it. And no, you don't. You don't see a lot of vacant houses in the county because they're not going to allow it. But you're in somewhere, and like on my block, girl, please, my block, you walk in, you see a little this, you see a little that. The next blocks you hit, damn it, ain't nothing lit, not even the street lights. So that's something that we need to talk to Brandon Scott about, our councilman for this ward, which I really don't know who the fuck it is. No shade. Okay. No, you're not gonna see it, and because the county is not gonna, they're not gonna allow that out there like that. And those people are about their business. You know what I'm saying? Um, I just think it's a problem in most cities that a lot of the politicians turn a deaf ear to it, and they close their eyes, because I know here in Baltimore, um, our vacancy rate is horrible. And I sit back and I think about it. I be like, bitch, 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 bitch. All of these damn vacant houses, and now y'all know I'm a bitch, but I'm a sensitive bitch anyway. I know I'm at the point now where it just touches me in a different way to But see, they're not gonna. But see, John Hopkins is doing everything on the east side. Mm. But John Hopkins is buying everything on the east side, and University of Maryland is trying to buy up everything on the west side. But they're not really buying a lot of vacant houses. They're buying property. I mean, maybe they'll buy a couple of rows of some of these property and knock all the shit down. I mean, but it's I think it's an eyesore in most inner city African American communities. I'll say it like that. I ain't say all, so y'all don't get simple with me. And I think it's an eyesore in most inner city African American communities. And yeah, they were selling them for $1, but I think it's a whole lot more to them just selling it for $1 that a lot of people don't realize, because once you sell it for $1, then you take over the responsibility of the house. So when you do that, you can't just buy it for $1 and leave it just the hell like it was before you bought it. Research update numbers as of 2018. Gary, Indiana, number 1. Woo. Hilton Head, South Carolina, number 2, and Flint, Michigan, and that's 2018. I would, and but see, even stuff like that bothers me because I'm like, something as prevalent as vacant houses in a inner city African American communities, but it's a problem. But the last statistics they had for this issue was 2018. Damn, it's 20. I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, and that is. But I'm like, apparently they must have stopped that program because they not. I don't see many people buying dollar houses. So when you came to them, you had to come to them and show them, how you was gonna fix the house up, where you was gonna get the money from, blah 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 blah. Even before, which is a wonderful program. So I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what happened to that program because I haven't heard about it in years. I mean the the gist and the gist of it and the mission statement of the Dollar House program was awesome, but it's like it just fell off the face of the earth. Maybe that's something that I knew a new sexy man. I don't know about y'all, but I bet y'all can't say y'all got a sexy man like Baltimore City do. Oh, don't be mad. Get glad to have a right trash bag. So yes, and he's young, honey, young, honey, young. Not that young where I'm gonna go to jail for young. Not that damn young. Okay. Oh, Detroit is number 4. Baltimore number 5. Mm, mm, I wish Baltimore would show up in some of these surveys on the positive side. Every time they say something, Baltimore in it. Dirty cities in in America, Baltimore in it. Most vacant houses, we number 5, Baltimore in it. Number 6 is Kansas City, Missouri. Oh wow. But I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I'm not being smart, but I want y'all to get into these statistics. Most of these places have a high African American population. Check out most of those cities that came up in here, honey. Check them out. Gary, Indiana, where Michael Jackson from. South Carolina, Hilton Head. Okay, Flint, Michigan. Get on down here to Detroit, where my brother and them from. Then that good old Miss Baltimore, motherfucking Maryland. Bitch, you always showing up in something, girl. Show up in something positive, honey. Well, you can't show up in something positive now, honey, because Mr. Motherfucking your boy Derrick is here for Hey Bitches Live, the remix, and that bitch Helena Hologram is on Mondays at noon o'clock for Hey Bitches Live. Okay, you ready for that? Okay, here we go. All right. In 2010, Baltimore had 6. Ooh. But look, and the sad thing, and I'm grateful for those stats. But look how long that was. 11 damn years ago. Why are these stats like so damn few and so far between? Eric's thing was 2018. That's 3 years ago. So I could imagine shit. Baltimore might be fucking number 1 now. With all these goddamn vacant shit. And then it's probably the percentage wise is probably not as accurate as it could because Baltimore is probably higher than 8.1% now. But like I said, that thing was done in 2018. That's a long time ago. Mobile, Alabama, at number 8. Petersburg, Florida. Oh, girl, no. I went to Florida. Oh, Miss Florida, honey, girl, you got. Oh, well, I can't say that about you, Florida, because Miss Michigan got 2 cities in there too. Oh, girl, y'all are current. Well, thank God Maryland only have 1. Okay. That goddamn Baltimore, ain't that a bitch? Today, Baltimore has 16,000 vacant buildings and 14,000 vacant lots. Total of 30. Girl. Whew. And I guarantee you, 95% of all of those vacancies here in Baltimore City are within the inner city limits. I bet you. Who want to bet? Who want to bet? Come on, bet. Bet you $1. I guarantee you. I can guarantee you. Because they don't go for that out in the county, honey. They keep it R to the E to the A to the L. They do not play with that at all. Cleveland and Dayton, Ohio, Indianapolis, St. Louis, and Memphis are. Oh, wow. And y'all see what I'm saying? And probably 90% of all of those cities probably have a very high African American population. I would not lie to you. Do it look like I'm lying? Look at me. Do it look like I'm lying? No, girl, I'm not lying to you. So I'm like, it's a serious eyesore. It draws rodents. It causes house fires, homeless people. It's this and this is basically I'm saying to every damn city in the United States, y'all, we got to do better. This is crazy. Take 4 or 5 of them row houses, knock the walls down, and make them one old house and make it a homeless shelter. Then you have people crying, "Oh, but I don't want no homeless shelter in my neighborhood." Girl, shut the hell up. What would you rather have in your neighborhood? A homeless shelter or a bunch of damn abandoned houses? Well, it's a catch-22, but you can't win for damn losing. But yeah, dog, we Miss Baltimore. She number 5 in this is the vacant capital of the world, bitch. Yeah, we don't do that too. We don't do too good with that. Yes, many of those cities do have a high number of African American residents, and that's like Israel said for here in Baltimore. But they're not gonna allow that out in the county, honey. You can do what you want, honey. They will tear a damn house down first before they allow a vacant house to sit up there. It really is. And then I was thinking about why don't they sell them to Habitats for Humanity? Because Habitat for Humanity. Well, anyway, but I think they always got. I'm not sure, but I think all of their houses had to be built from the ground up. But I wonder would they consider not they can do it from the ground up, and I guess I wonder would rehabbing a house fall under Habitats for Humanity. Now I wonder what kind of work, community service work your former president gonna do. Because Jimmy Carter, he Habitats for Humanity. Everybody got something that they do, and I wonder if he gonna be the poster boys for Golf for Arts. Okay. But we're gonna get ready to take a commercial break, and we get back. We're gonna get a little juicy, and we are gonna talk about. I'm not going to tell you, but I always have to take these commercial breaks and I have to write these down so you can see them and then you have something to think about while we take this commercial break. And then when we come back, we can get right into it. But this is a hot one. I'm trying to tell you. Anybody guess what it is? Anybody guess? It's gonna be a hot one. Well, guess what? Y'all think about this, and we're gonna take a commercial break. And when y'all think about that, I know what's gonna be hot up in here. That's a hot one, honey. I'm trying to tell you. Would you? Could you? Would you be mine? Could you be my neighbor?
Viewer discretion is advised.
Behind the Blue Curtain, Saturdays at 11 a.m. Eastern. unscripted talk on police reform and race relations.
And now, behind the blue curtains, law enforcement liaison, retired 32-year Chicago police veteran, homicide detective, former commander, sergeant, grant writer, lecturer, and adjunct professor, Joseph J. Mosley.
Behind the blue curtains, minister of common sense, former 12-year Fort Worth police officer, educator, voice of reason, and unapologetic practitioner of sound judgment, the young scholar, LaRonda Young.
Behind the blue curtains co-host, fact checker, and investigative journalist Isidoro Rodriguez.
Hey, welcome back to Hey Bitches Live, the remix. I'm your boy Derrick. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Moving into another level of conversation. East Baltimore has over 395 acres. Well, I can imagine how many they have on this side of Israel. That's probably a lot deeper than yours. So the question, my dearies, is: would you date someone in the adult entertainment business? Ooh. Mm. Mm-hmm. Would you, Big E? I guess that's y'all way of saying y'all want me to go first, but anyhow, let me tell you this. Me, myself, no. It just wouldn't work for me. Mm-mm. And I know a lot of people do. Maybe one day, not me, because I can't, I can't do that. Maybe next season, Helena will work on having a guest from the adult entertainment industry, and hopefully it'll be one that has a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, and we can get some insight on how it is to date somebody in the adult entertainment industry. But I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna work on that. Ooh, that's gonna be hot. That is gonna be hot, y'all. I'm here for it. Y'all ready for it? I'm gonna say yes, honey. Miss Helena is gonna have an adult I'm back, y'all. I don't know if y'all could hear me or hear me clicking on things. But yeah, the question is to you guys: would you date someone in the adult entertainment business? Or that's the question. Or what if you was dating somebody and say y'all were together for like 4 years, and then somehow you found out that they work in the adult entertainment industry. What the hell would you do? I'm listening, bitch. That would have so many different levels to it. So many that would be like I don't know. That would be ooh. No, that wouldn't that wouldn't hey everybody, welcome my little brother E-Buck in the building. What's up?
What up? All right, hold on 1 minute. We got to deal with this properly. Hold on.
Oh Lord. I think sometimes my brother come on here to get on me. But y'all pray for me here. Praise the Lord. He said we got to deal with this properly. Lord Jesus. So, I mean, what do you guys your mindset around that?
Okay, brother, I'm with you. All right, now see, I think this is an excellent topic of discussion. And my immediate answer is not only would I, but I have. And I
You
think,
have?
yes, I have.
Get out of
Multiple
here,
times.
bro. You are so lying. We talk about everything. Don't play with me.
Multiple times I have. Let me get into this. Because, see, here's the thing, bro. You have to look at it from the different aspects. This is not something you just throw out there like, boom. There's different tentacles to this thing, okay? First of all, when you talk about someone that's working in adult entertainment, what do you mean exactly? Are you saying are they working as an adult entertainer? Do they work in a place that has adult entertainment? Are they working in terms of them being part of the business? Are they the owner of said business? I can speak on them on a variety of different issues.
Okay, well, we want to talk about the one. And you're right. Y'all forgive me, but the topic was hot in my mind, so we're gonna
Definitely a hot topic, bro.
We're gonna narrow it down. Would you date anybody in adult entertainment business who were a stripper or a porn star?
Okay, here we go. Now,
excuse me. Let me say it correct because somebody might come on and get an exotic dancer. I'm sorry. I want to be politically correct, honey.
Okay, let's put the proviso on. The views or opinions that are about to be expressed are those of E-Buck and not necessarily those of your host, Derrick. That of Derrick's show, which is Hey Bitches the Remix, or that of any of my affiliates here in the Nighthawk Network. Okay, let's get into it. Here's the thing, folks. You got to remember, when you break it down to its essential form, adult entertainment is a job. It's a job. Is it like any other job? Not necessarily, but it is a job. You actually can put a W-2 form and put exotic dancer or adult entertainer in there, and that is listed as a possible job that you can list in terms of the IRS and get tax returns and all of that. So it is a job, first and foremost. Now, there's a lot of negative connotations that come with said job because people assume stuff. And for a person like myself, who's African American, I hate for people to assume things about me. Derrick, you would hate for anybody to assume things about you because you happen to be a person of the Rainbow Coalition, you know what I'm saying? So in that same token, there's that. One of the people that I've dated that was in the adult entertainment industry, they worked there for what most people say they worked there for. They needed the money. And because people get paid the way they do as an adult performer, where you get nightly pay, and you get several hundreds of dollars at a time, it fit for what they were trying to do. Because when they weren't being an exotic dancer, they were educating themselves as a student, and they needed to pay for their education. So that was the route in which they chose to do so. And it was merely a job. They didn't go home with anybody else. They weren't doing anything on the side. There was no hokum pokum in the champagne room and none of that. It was a job for them, plain and simple. So I had a full understanding of that because, granted, yes, I met them at said job. But as we had conversations, that led to us having that clear and present understanding. In the end, we end up not being together, not for anything that involved their job, but because of the fact that once they were done educating themselves, they decided to move back to where they were originally located, which was fine. Outside of that, we had a very nice relationship. Like I said, I think it was one of the better relationships I had because we were very honest about what we wanted and what we didn't want it and what went on. So that's why it worked. Now, on
Now,
the
see,
other hand, go
I
ahead.
could, I probably could, um, date an exotic dancer, because quiet as it's kept. I mean, depending on what setting Helena's in, would determine whether it's a drag show or is it adult entertainment. You understand what I'm saying? Because
Hmm.
like if I go and do somebody's bachelor party, then it's not a drag show. It's actually adult entertainment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I've had guys that I've dated, and they say, "Well, we can continue to date if you stop being Helena." Good try, boo. Good try.
Exactly. So, keeping that in mind, would you want to come to somebody and be like, look, okay, I understand you're making buku money and you paying your own bills and you own your own car and house and all that. But for me and for me alone, I want you to stop doing what you're doing as an exalt entertainer. I know you're not doing anything beyond just dancing at work. I need you to stop for me because it makes me feel bad or it makes me look bad. Do you feel that's fair?
Yeah, because my thing is, and that's why I say I probably wouldn't have an issue with dating the exotic dancer because to a certain extent, like I said, what I do is adult entertainment, and long as and like I used to tell my ex, at the end of the day, you're at every last one of my shows. I go home with you every night. Yes, I'm gonna flirt a little bit. That's how I get my extra dollars. But you know that it's a part of the gig. I'm not. It's not like I'm. I can't speak for exotic dance. It's not like I'm in the middle of the floor tongue kissing. I'm playing tongue hockey with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I might rub somebody's chest. I might do a little tongue action or something. But
Mm-hmm. Now,
that's about
okay,
it.
now go to this next part. What Miss Pat? Because I need to
Yeah, I'm
address
gonna
that
get to
too.
this, honey. Miss Pat said, not all of them because I dated a stripper in the 80s. Ooh, child, I wasn't even born. And he
Hmm.
wasn't Lowell at all. And all of them not in all of them not in school.
Absolutely, no, they are not in
And that's
school.
and that's where basically anything. No, but I don't I think that a point that Eric is trying to make is that yeah, you're gonna have some bad apples, but don't think all of them are like that. Just like when people get on my nerves, and they always talk about, and I know this is gonna touch the nerves. They always talk about, the bad white cop. Guess what? There's some bad motherfucking black cops out there too. Stop always, yes, there's probably more whites than blacks, but they out there.
Mhm. And then, of course, like I said, going to Miss Pat's point, if you tuned into the After Dark editions of my show, Get Off My Lawn Live, then I've had experience with dating people who have worked in exotic places. Keep in mind, another person that I dated, they were not an exotic dancer, but they did work in a building that had exotic entertainment. Now that was a different story. But keep in mind, me and that person, we ended up breaking up because they were unfaithful because I was not the only customer that they ended up dating in the end. They had other people they was dating. So, I'm trusting you enough to say, okay, you going to work and you at work. I come to find out that no, you wasn't always at work. You was with somebody else doing whatever else. That's another
But did,
story. But
but did you know that about her from the beginning, or she gave you the, yeah? Because that's like I said, and that's just like I said. And even down to the higher end of adult entertainment, I don't think so, because even though I know that's your job and that's what you're getting your money for and everything, but every time you go to work, you're giving your body to somebody else.
and see, that's the thing. What exactly are they giving that person? Now, granted, some of these exotic places, we're not talking about the real kinky raunchy ones, because in those, everything goes. So what you're saying then is absolutely accurate. But think about some of your more close unquote classier places. All that don't go on. In the end, it's strictly the dancing, and they out in the open. There is no champagne room. And some of these places, they don't even have lap dances. It's just straight on the stage entertainment. You gonna
And I
penalize these people for that?
and I can date you, shorty. I mean, as long as you bring home the bacon and fry it up in a pan, and just make sure you just share your bacon with me and only me. I'm good with it, but honey, I
I
ain't
mean,
gonna.
'cause see, the thing is,
I'm not gonna date nobody who has a long-standing account on Pornhub.
now see, okay, now let's get into that. The whole dating a porn star. Now, see that I understand people will have more of an issue with because that does involve something that should be very personal to both people in a relationship. That being them having intercourse with someone who is not their mate. So that much I can understand. Now, granted, for some people, again, it is a job, but it's a lot deeper for other people. Again, when we talked about it on After Dark edition, for some people, it's far deeper than a job. It's an addiction to some people because some people are sex addicts, and that's how they feed their addiction by doing these porn movies. Because you're gonna be with several different partners, so that gets your rocks off, so to speak. But in the same token, we have to remember we have got far beyond what sex was supposed to be for recreation and for us showing one another through our physical nature how we truly feel about that person. For some people, sex is just sex now. It's just a function. So, when you use that function to make your money, that's a little different scenario. So, would I date a porn star? Keep in mind, at one point I did. They were not like a famously named known star. They basically was a Pornhub type star and had videos like that. And unfortunately, I found out a very, very wrong way. I mean, I know some of y'all were like, "Oh, I want to know those videos are no longer up," but nonetheless, that's how I found out. In my private time, I'm going through, and it's like, what the? That's my baby. Oh, nah, nah, nah. That is not the way you want to find that out at all. And that led to a very, very, very heated discussion later. But bottom line, like I said, you have to keep it all in context. If we're talking about working in the adult industry, it depends on what the work is and what you know about that person and so on. But if you're in the porn industry, it'd be extremely difficult for me to date somebody along them lines.
Right. And even down to what Miss Pat saying, Miss Pat, you have some porn companies that will only produce safe porn. They will only produce porn where people are using condoms. So don't think everybody who do porn is doing raw porn, because that's not,
Right. And then of course there's also softcore porn where they're not even doing any type of penetration or anything like that. It's just simulated sex. So there's that.
Well, I could date somebody who do that.
See?
Long as ain't no penetration.
But yeah, like I said, it's a very good subject, but you have to break it down into the different layers. You got to peel the onion back a little bit before we just put it out there like boom,
Well, long as don't. Okay.
But no, I'm not here to take over your show. I'm just here to contribute to it. So I'm out now. I just wanted to, have my say. So continue on, brother. Thank you for having me on.
All right. So y'all, I mean, even down to somebody who do soft porn, could you date somebody like that where there's no penetration going on and nothing like that? You guys are just soft porn. I guess it's just touching and rubbing. I guess that's what that is. I don't know, honey. But I guess soft porn is anything outside of penetration. That's what I'll say it is. Okay, it may not be the real answer, but anyway. Yeah, but I mean, I like I say, soft porn maybe. I know I couldn't date nobody who did no. My mind, but every time you go to work, my mind be thinking about who the hell you fucked today. So no, I already got enough going on up in there to the point that I don't need nobody. So, but there's somebody out there for you, honey. Just not me. So yeah, so I'm glad we had this time to talk about dating. And it's like, I mean, everybody have their what's the word I'm looking for? Everybody have their own likes and their do's and don'ts for who they want to date. Don't entertain into hardcore porn. Can't date you. I watch your porn. Though I ain't gonna lie. I watch your porn, but I can't date you. I could probably date an exotic dancer. But it's just that I couldn't date an exotic dancer who's an undercover escort. No, that's not gonna work. So that's about where it is for me as far as like I say. Sometimes they confuse Helena for adult entertainment. Why I don't know, and I know that guys that can't actually deal with the Helena side or whatever. So it's not even that serious. It's like, oh, well, thanks, nice to know you. Oh, I most definitely love you, little bro. So yeah, I mean, it's possible, but like I said, I personally know that I couldn't date anybody who did hard porn. That's that's a little bit too much for me. I'll soft porn, yes. Exotic dancer, yes, I could do that as well. Yes, I could. I'm supposed to be Aunt Nikki's guest over there. But I won't be the guest. Helena's gonna be the guest. But I tell you what, I'm gonna just beat this face to the gods, honey. Yes, honey, beat this face to the gods, honey. Miss Helena's gonna be on there with Aunt Nikki. Yes, honey. I don't know what we talking about, honey. Hope the children don't try to come for a bitch, honey, because y'all know how I do. Okay, all right. So yes, I'm gonna be over there with Aunt Nikki. I think it's at 7 o'clock. I think she said she did a flyer. EB, did you get the flyer? I didn't get it, but I'm gonna call her when I get over here. So guys, thank you so much for talking to me about the Olympics. Yeah, I hope I imparted some knowledge to you guys. Remember my Black History moment person for today was Charles Dunn. The Rock. I most definitely am grateful for him. Bigo. Helena's supposed to be on Bigo at 7 o'clock. I don't know what she got in store for that bitch, but thank God I just have to beat this face and put on a shirt or something. I ain't gotta have all them hip pads on and all that kind of stuff. So she gonna have Helena from the neck up. Okay. You know what I'm saying? All right, well, guys, I love you guys. I'm gonna talk to you guys soon. I'll see you guys tomorrow, supposedly at 6 o'clock, for Helena and her daughters on the show, so we can do a little concert. Not really concert, just a couple of numbers, and we're gonna call it a night.
Night Network presents Pastor Sean Love. Pastor Sean Love, devoted father and husband, a residing pastor at the River Rouge Bible Assembly in River Rouge, Michigan. Join him as he gives us messages from God's Word, Bible study, and encouragement. You can find him on YouTube under Sean Love.
It's another glorious day, my T-Sippers, and you know what time it is. I hope you have all of your comfort together because it's time to dish tea. And you're dishing tea, darlings, with Big Munch.
Can't wait.